but that meant I had to lead in today with the old animation from last week, which meant the title for the old animation was on there. So, but I mean, oh, look, we're almost all on the same screen. Almost. I have to adjust it a little bit. And somebody was just handing me a thing of fries. Nothing like popping onto a stream and getting a thing of fries handed to you.
I want food.
You want food. Okay, now we're all on the screen. All right, we're all on the screen. We're all live. Everybody's audio's working. Hi, my name is Michael Anderson Dorland, and I'm the, I don't know, leader, in charge of, founder, creator, the chronicle of absurdism, whatever we want to do, our philosophy. And this is the Cult of Brighter Days with our main council members, Dr. Jess, Step Pope Richard, and one of the youth of America who are joining us, along with intern Orion, who's not here today, the kid. As you can see, they're paying quite a bit of attention to what we're talking about and everything. So,
I'm getting food, but thanks for the offer.
Okay, so now we know what's going on there. So, I guess special news updates. We were just complaining about the billing from Render Forest. I'm actually dropping the name here because I guess supposedly they don't give refunds on annual subscriptions, even if you don't use them. So we used them like a couple times a month for intros. So that was about it. Our stream's running in a big delay like it did last week. So
it always runs in a delay.
I'm not going to stop it. I'm not going to stop it or pause it like I did last week when I screwed that up.
Yeah, that was fun.
Again.
You know, Richard, whenever he said halfway through the stream that he hadn't started it, he actually had.
Oh.
So we had 2 intros, you know.
So all that good stuff at the beginning, all that good stuff we had at the beginning was still there.
It was so boring because you weren't here yet, Richard. It was so bad.
Are you saying that Richard has to be here to make these things good?
Richard has to be here to keep up with you because Sarah and I get tired.
Well, Sarah's not here today, so we don't have to worry about that.
The kid's here and Richard's here, so I think you have your match. So what are we talking about today?
Matt, it's not a fight. This is like a philosophical discussion.
Oh, okay. What's our philosophical discussion today?
Well, whether or not mukbang content is going to drive viewers to our channel. That's the first thing I'm thinking.
I think it will. I think it will.
Mukbang?
Wait.
Explain mukbang.
Okay, wait. I know exactly what will drive viewers to our channel. Okay. If I eat my cheeseburger in 3 bites.
No, let's not.
No,
please.
Do not.
Guys, I can do it. I can do it.
No.
Well, no. I have to finish my first one first. Okay.
Oh, okay. Anyway, back to. Boy. All right. Anyway, I'm sorry I brought that up, but
I could go get some pudding.
Okay. Let's all just sit down and eat dinner while we talk, and people will subscribe just to watch us eat dinner.
Because that's a very big.
Wow, you don't even have to have food to do it, do you?
No, I don't.
See, I had our sandwiches delivered for 7:00, so they will get here when we're done with this and everything. So, I guess a couple things before we get into our topic today. Largely because the topic is probably going to elicit a lot of discussion and frustration and sadness and everything, is our book is available. We have got copies of our book in. We've had actual
orders. We sold 2 copies.
I don't know. I haven't
decided. I haven't looked at it. We might have sold more.
We might have sold more.
That was last week.
But we have a stack of them that are going down to a store in town, popping off. And at the store, we're going to have autographed copies. So if you live in Tucson or you want to go to the Poppin' Off website, I'm sure they'll ship one out to you for the right amount of money. So you can get autographed copies of our Oops Journal. And I don't have a copy to hold up and show real quick. Actually,
I don't have a copy here.
They just came in.
Oh,
Look, fresh out of the box. The Oops Journal.
Oops Journal.
90 days of beautiful disasters. And it's got plenty of spots for you to fill stuff in, and it's got color pages so that you can, like, really, I don't know, relish in your angst.
And learn from it.
Learn from the mistakes that you have. Did I don't know if anybody saw, I talked to Dr. Jess about that. We've hit 2,368 subscribers on YouTube.
I saw that notification.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
People are watching us.
We had 1,300 some odd subscribers like a week ago, and I made a post saying that we needed to do something special when we hit 1,500. And poosh, I guess that post just pushed us over the edge, and we got like a massive amount of subscribers in one week. So I guess we don't have to do anything special because we hit 1,500. I guess we could say we'll do something special when we hit 2,500 because we're close. And then we could just pretend that we've already done something special. Does that work?
That works.
Sure.
Well, we got the kid actually on camera. On actual not standing behind Dr. Jess now. On camera.
I appreciate that.
Throwing some mukbang stuff at us. And
Look,
bringing...
I'm getting my protein in for the day.
Okay.
Let a man eat.
Okay. Gotcha.
If you guys are gonna keep complaining, I'll turn my camera off.
No.
Don't test me.
We'll keep it going because you never know. Somebody said that if I put Legos and just sorted Legos, it'd cause people to watch us. In fact, from what somebody said, me sorting Legos would probably get more traffic than us having a live stream. So maybe I should just sort Legos twice a week, and we can avoid the live streams. We can talk about politics while I sort Legos. Maybe we'll do that. The kid can eat, and I can sort Legos while we talk. That works.
Okay.
All right, we're good to go. So what's the first thing you guys want to talk about today? We got sort of two topics that we're going to talk about. The first one is, I can't pronounce it, but Dr. Jess can, so I'm going to let Dr. Jess pronounce it. So I don't mangle it. Yeah, that's the word. What does that word mean?
I don't know. You tell us.
I can't pronounce it. How am I supposed to know what it means?
It means putting people in positions to fail on purpose in order to bring a system down.
Is that the purpose, to bring the system down, or is it?
I think so. I think that's the intent is there.
It's definitely an undercurrent, if not the actual real motivation behind it. It's certainly not something anybody would say out loud.
I mean, I would think that you wouldn't want to promote the system falling apart, especially if the system put those people in place.
But I think sometimes people do want the system to fall apart, and that's their intent. Is if they break the system, then they can say, "Oh, look, it was already broken, and you have to do it my way now." And
I think you've got something there. Sorry to interrupt.
No.
But I was going to say, I think the kakistocracy is a step in the plan towards dictatorship. I think getting Trump into president for life status was the goal for at least the last year. Probably longer, probably 5 years, because he decided that he kind of liked being in power, and the grift was a lot easier when people had reason to try to bribe him. Bribes are easier to get than rubes. Even smart people will pay bribes. But if you're running scams, then you got to find dumb people who are at least dumb enough to fall for your current scam. But if you're in power and can be bribed, then even smart people will pay the bribes.
You're awfully quiet, Michael.
Well, I was gonna say I was letting you guys get your word in edgewise because I'm gonna go off on a different similar trope with it. I'm
you
going
now?
off. Well, yes, I agree with that to an extent. I think the end result, not necessarily a dictatorship, but more techno-feudalism.
Techno-feudalism.
Techno-feudalism, where we are subservient to the corporations who have divided everything up amongst themselves. Like a feudal state.
Yeah, well, but even the feudalism has a king at the top.
Mm-hmm.
No, they have Palantir at the top, which is the large AI system that's going to monitor and scan everything you do.
No.
In fact, Discord is now putting in what they call a teen safe default environment. So now if you're using Discord, it's going to think that you're a teenager until you let it do facial recognition on you and age verification, or you put in your driver's license or social security number. Or
what does that entail?
What do you mean? What does it entail?
Like it thinking you're a teen until you prove you're otherwise. What is that?
Well,
does it limit stuff?
I would suspect it's probably going to limit server creation and server management, the ability to create, not safe for work type channels, not safe for work type content. It's also going to be
there's a lot of age restrictions going on.
Yeah, starting
There's supposed to be age restrictions, guys. I mean, there's a law about not being able to do lots of stuff that you do if you're under a certain age.
Yeah, but here's the thing. The age verification is going through a third-party company. So something like Palantir, which is going to have a contract with the government but not be part of the government, which means that what's going to happen is your facial recognition scan, that's going to be what everybody monitors and watches, is going to be stored on a computer somewhere like Meta or Palantir or Google. Then they can do whatever they want to with it, or your driver's license or your credit card number, which they already do a lot of anyway. But now they can track you on all your Discord chats. And so the AI can figure out what you're saying on your Discord chats and track it back to your spending habits or track it back to your political affiliations and then generate additional reporting information off of you.
So it'll know that I say I'm a communist to my friends?
Well, everybody knows that now that you set it on a live channel while we're live streaming. But yeah. But and the other option you can have, if you don't want to give it your personal information like that, is you can have it run a program in the background while you're chatting so it can track that you're an adult. Which I'm like, why would I want a program on my computer that's tracking my behavior? Just so I can
do you actually
verified.
Do you understand the reasoning behind this? Like,
it's to protect the children. It's to protect the children.
Do you understand what they think they're protecting? And what the way that, there's pros and cons to both sides, right? So what they think they're doing.
Right.
It's the same reason why they have age, you have to verify your age for D&D and Beyond now.
Yeah. Yep, and you're right. It's to protect the children because that's why we have gun laws that mean you can't own a gun if you're 8 years old and you have to be trained in the use of the gun because that would protect children too. Oh, wait, no, we don't do that. We let them do whatever they want to with a large loaded weapon. But you can't talk on Discord without having it's like having to sign for a box of Sudafed.
But guns have been around for a long time and they can morally justify the use of gun. Whereas the internet has not. And the emotional, social, spiritual issues that children face because they're exposed to things that their parents can't shield them from is what they feel needs to be protected.
Like shooter training, like live shooter training in schools. That's not traumatic.
Here's the thing that hits me is they've decided that they need to protect children. And so how does keeping track of everything I do and saving that for what purpose? How does keeping track of everything I do, A, protect anybody, and B, how do I know they're not just going to sell it to the highest bidder?
So watching everything you do, make sure that you aren't talking to some 9-year-old and you're not a pedophile, right?
Does it?
Yeah, we saw how those 3 million documents really helped those people.
In theory,
that's
Yogi
what
Berra
they
said.
Watching what you're doing.
In theory, there's no difference between theory and practice, but in practice, there's a big difference.
Yes, in theory, they're watching what you're doing to make sure you're not doing. And if you're not doing anything wrong, you shouldn't have to worry. Now, whether they're selling off your information, of course, they're selling off your information. Big data is big business. They're not even hiding that.
So if you comply, you don't have anything to worry about, right?
And selling your information just makes your internet experience more enriching because they can direct ads right to you.
I don't want ads directed to me. That's creepy.
Dr. Jess, can I have you do a favor for me real quick?
Sure.
Can you turn your sarcasm volume up by a couple notches? Because it's coming through as if you're serious about all the stuff you're saying.
I'm just telling you what they think. This
Mom,
is what they think, not what I think.
Dr. Jess, I was about to ask you if that's why my Instagram feed knows I've been watching The Pit.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to double check because it knows
Alexa listening to us, and I will say something in my
Alexa
room,
wasn't even plugged
and then
in.
get an ad for it.
I'm like, I'm sitting there, I'm watching The Pit with Nick, and then like the next day I open Instagram, and instead of like all of the political stuff I get specifically a specific ship within the fandom that me and Nick had been talking about. And I'm like,
you did understand the ship part of that, right, Richard?
Yeah. Like slash.
Like relationship.
Relationship.
Like fan fiction relationships.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
yes.
basically.
Well, you are more up to date than I expect most men your age to be.
I am freaking amazing.
I wouldn't go that far, but
That's what I heard yesterday when I was subbing.
Who'd you hear it from?
The assistant principal has been saying things like that. Maybe. Oh. Well, okay. Freaking amazing is not an exact quote, but
8-year-old's not really a good
impressive. People have been saying I'm impressive. That the wide variety of things I'm willing to substitute for. And capable of doing
what you'll do for money.
So sucker.
I had a great time.
Well, that's all that matters.
I was acting and I was speaking Spanish and I was teaching people. It was great.
All in the same class, right?
Yeah.
Which was disturbing because it was math, didn't you say?
It was Spanish.
Oh, okay.
I was subbing in a Spanish class.
Oh.
And I decided to do some immersion with them. So I tried to speak only Spanish while I was there. So when I'm trying to communicate with them and I'm only speaking Spanish, then I had to rely on some acting skills and some mime and a lot of repetition.
Where are you from? That natural Spanish-speaking country?
You mean South Dakota?
Yeah, I just wanted to re-emphasize.
I've been studying for decades.
When was the last time you were down in South America?
Let's see. Dell sent me there in 2003, I think, ish.
You actually got to do practical application of your training?
A little bit, yeah.
Well, that's better than me. I don't do any practical application of my college degree.
Yeah.
Wait, yes, you do. All of those lovely intros.
Those intros require me to like type in a command and then just, and I'm not a video editor and everything. That's why we need to have a video editor. And at this point in time, we'll make a call out to people out there who are watching this video or, I know, listening to the audio while they're doing dishes or something, that we are looking for people to participate. Hey, if you're falling asleep, wake up. I got something to tell you. Okay, I'm interrupting your dozing pattern. We are looking for people to participate in the Cult of Brighter Days on both a local, wherever you live local, that is, not necessarily our local. What the blue blazes? Just got attacked by something on the side there. Because we're trying to start chapters. We want to start chapters all over the world. I'm pretty sure if we really get those Argentina subscribers together, we probably can get several of them to fall in line.
Los argentinos, suscribir.
We could send you down there as a missionary, couldn't we? You could spread the word of our philosophy in Argentina.
La filosofía del culto de días tan brilla.
Yeah, I have no idea what you said. But anyway, we're
I
still
failed
looking.
a lot of Spanish classes in my lifetime.
Did you know what he said, though?
No.
Okay.
Soy misionario.
Yeah, Gesundheit.
Acepto su comisión. Como
I'm not paying you to do
misionario.
anything. I heard commission. I'm not paying you to do anything. All right. You get
Commissions
the same
can mean
amount
other
of
things.
You get the same. You get donations, just like, you know, when we get money in, you'll get your share of the donations to spend on what you're supposed to spend it on. But we are looking for people who want to participate both locally, wherever you are, to start your own chapter, or to participate locally here or participate online. And by participating, I mean doing work for free. So feel free to go to our site, sign up, say what you're willing to do. Go to our Substack, make a comment saying, hey, this looks like crap. I want to take over and do this. We're more than happy to help with that. Hey, I don't like AI artwork. That's great. We're fine. We don't like AI artwork. We'd rather have real people doing the artwork so we can feel like we're, you know, actually employing humanity against the AI and everything. So you want to do
and
artwork
that brings
for us?
up a
Let us know.
good point, since you segued to our AI artwork. We're gonna switch AI because the kid brought it to our attention that the one we were using was evil.
Yeah, not even this kid. It was the other kid, right?
Well,
Yeah.
it was both of us.
This kid's been complaining for a while.
Yeah,
I've been trying to tell
buzzing
you
in the
guys for a
background.
while. I've been trying to inform you guys for a while.
We have been informed. Trust me, we were informed from the first time you yelled at us about it. We've been very, very informed on your position.
I know that,
So
like, the past
why-
month I've just taken a step back from complaining, though.
That is what happened. It got so mellow and much more enjoyable.
The last couple of weeks, it's really come into the news that ChatGPT is evil, correct?
Yeah.
Define
Why?
evil.
We don't want to classify something like that as evil until it takes out a city with a nuke. At that point,
Okay, well, let the kid make their point.
There's a lot of reasons. There's the big reason of like where that money goes to, and
where does that money go?
Well,
$25 million to MAGA.
To MAGA, and then on top of that, making a deal with the government for ICE agents to use ChatGPT and AI.
To be fair, it is all government agents, all government employees can use ChatGPT for $1, and ICE agents have been using it to do what?
From my knowledge, from what I've seen online, it's been mostly
supporting their racial profiling.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, okay,
my brain is blanking. I'm half asleep, guys.
They can use it for $1, but that's because it's like an enterprise contract type thing. Like we could get one at the university would let us use ChatGPT for like $5 a person or $3 a person. But you're right; it's being used for nefarious reasons, and
it's being used for like inhumane reasons. That's the issue.
Well, but the money is going into a large pit too, and it's going to ruin the economy. And it's not just them doing that. And then, so we have 3 big AI companies that work in the U.S. We've done a lot of research and a lot of work on AI for the council. Dr. Jess does all of
because we rely on it so much.
And why do we rely on it so much, Dr. Jess?
Because I can't sit and draw 35 pictures for a video and get it out in any amount of time.
Yeah, Richard, why aren't you stepping up and drawing those 35 pictures?
I can't draw 35 pictures either.
Well, I'm sure you could. Probably not as fast, but maybe not as good. I don't know. Why don't you draw a picture? We'll post it, and we'll post it next to an AI image, and we'll have people vote on which one they think is better.
Which piece of crap would you rather see?
Yeah, which piece of crap do you want to see in the next video? You want to see 35 of these or 35 of those? Of course, I could do that one too. We don't want the kid to do it because the kid does awesome.
The kid's art's good. Yeah, kid's not allowed.
Well, your art's good too, Richard. We don't want to make you feel bad. We're not punching down.
I'm actually happier with my art than I would have expected. I always thought myself as not very artistic.
I'm not happy with my art.
It's because you're a perfectionist.
That's true.
Just so everybody knows, we will have the kids' artwork up for sale at the website. So feel free to come in and purchase that. We gotta make our money back.
It's my old work, right? It's my older.
Yeah. Well, this AI shit doesn't come cheap. Okay, this is
4 or 5 years ago. So.
Oh, back to the
but we did come
discussion.
up with a solution. Which was
the solution?
Maestral, right?
We're gonna give our money to the French government. That's the solution.
Okay.
So. Yeah, Richard obviously
as soon as I figure out how to use
not really bought a lot into this at all, but it's go ahead. Add
so I mean
cents.
the French, at least their revolution looks like it's going to last for a while yet. I mean our current 250 years is longer than any one of the 5 French republics that they've had since their revolution, but theirs don't seem to. Their 5th republic doesn't seem to be collapsing right now. So, kudos to them.
Well, I don't think they're throwing people in vans and driving them off without checking whether they're citizens or not, too. So
see, my only knowledge of the French is Les Mis, and I haven't even watched it. So.
Youth of America, people. Youth of America.
My bad.
It took Richard a couple seconds to have that sink in there. It was like
it dawned on me that I was teaching prepositions in Spanish class, and I said, and they couldn't even tell me what a preposition was in English.
Mm-hmm.
Look, it's the education system has failed most of us. Yeah.
I will say,
I didn't learn anything from world history last year, so I really can't.
Are you learning anything from your government class now?
No. Wait, I learned about the Boston Tea Party. It wasn't a party.
Tea Party.
Guys, it wasn't. They didn't have, like, they didn't sit down and drink tea together. They threw tea off of a boat.
Uh-huh. You're just
learning in Boston.
Do you know why this was a big thing? I didn't know some things about the Boston Tea Party. You know why that was such a big deal, them throwing the tea off the boat?
Because it was expensive.
How expensive was it?
Very.
Why
and
was it expensive?
English.
Why was it expensive?
Yeah. See, that's the thing.
You could only grow it in China and India at the time, and it mostly came from China. So it was the equivalent of the price of silver. So
They told me that in the video. Yeah, because I watched it. The only reason I know about this is from a video that was like set up like one of those like news
like a documentary.
No, not a documentary.
No, like a news broadcast.
Yeah, news broadcast.
It was expensive in large part because the British East India Company had an official government monopoly.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you could only grow tea in like 2 places.
I also learned about the Magna Carta, and all I really remember is that King John was really lame and a loser and mean, and
he had a snake as
a Magna Carta in place.
He had a snake as an advisor in the Walt Disney movie. Yes, we know that one.
There's a Walt Disney movie
called Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! With the fox?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but that's
that King John.
No, is it?
I didn't know this.
John?
Yes, it is.
I know that. I think.
Well, I mean, in real life, he wasn't a lion, but
I thought that King John was way earlier than the King John when they did the
mind blowing, right?
Do you think that they're gonna make a CGI live action remake of the Robin Hood with the fox?
They better not. That's one of my favorite Disney movies of all time.
They're making a Tangled movie right now.
Oh jeez. Why can't they come up with something original? Like back in the 70s, they had like Herbie the Love Bug, and they had the Cat from Outer Space. They didn't just build off their animation library. I want
me some like 2D original animation, and not the really scary CGI. I'm done with it.
Richard looks like he has a thought in his head.
So to date, England has only had one King John. So the King John from Robin Hood and the King John that was forced to implement the Magna Carta are the same guy.
Yeah, because King John sucks.
Until they just stopped
naming people John. Right? No, they just stopped naming people John. They wouldn't put anyone in power named John because King John sucked so bad.
Kings are allowed to choose their own name when they ascend to the throne, whether it has anything to do with the name they were given at birth or not.
That's why nobody chose John.
Yep. Nobody has since chosen John because he was such a maneless lion.
Yeah, he was
You're just falling back to that cartoon like completely, aren't you? You're just like, did you just watch it recently or something, or what? I mean, granted, it's my second favorite Disney cartoon.
It's a favorite child memory.
Did you know that the Disney cartoon Robin Hood was the first time that they actually used Xerox to color the cells for the film, for the animation,
Well, I didn't realize
instead
it
of
was
hand
there.
instead of hand doing the cell painting?
I remember reading that they started doing that, but I didn't remember when that happened.
It was Robin Hood, if I believe, because I think that came out before the Aristocats, and I think that led into like Xerox having
Okay.
that.
So,
Yeah,
time for a game. Follow the path.
a game.
Yeah.
We're all gonna play. You can play online too if you want to.
Games.
Let's have people play online if they want to. We have one person watching. They can play online. You can win prizes. I don't know what type of prizes.
So this is sort of a play test of a game we talked about a while back called Follow the Path.
Oh, Follow the Path. I don't really remember that. You want to explain that again?
So people generally, but especially so when there's ADHD in the mix, will take a conversation along very strange lines sometimes with the free association that goes on. And so the idea behind the game is to figure out how you got from where you are currently, or how to get from where you are currently back to the main point, or at least the place you started.
Okay.
So we were talking about King John. We were talking about Robin Hood.
You have to
Robin
trace
Hood,
the
King
past.
John, or King John, Robin Hood, the Boston Tea Party tea.
No. It was the Boston Tea Party, King John.
Government class.
No, backwards.
I'm doing it backwards. Government class.
The kid wasn't. Okay.
Okay, I'm good so far, right? Government class, and then before government class was... I lost it.
The French was Les Mis.
Oh, the French. Thank you. The French, Les Mis.
And before that was the AI.
Maestro. There you go.
And
that's as far back as I had to go, right?
Because you're nowhere near the topic we were supposed to talk about. You can keep going back further because the topic was completely different than anything we've talked about today.
Okay, so Maestro is because you talked about needing somebody to color cells. To do AI art. Yeah, thank you. AI art. And you were talking about needing people to volunteer because I don't remember why you're talking about needing people to volunteer. Because you talk about it.
Does anybody want to pick it up from that point on?
That's about as far as I could get to.
We're kind of outnumbered here. There's two of them and two of us, but their ADHD is like, it grows exponentially.
I learned about that in Algebra 2.
How in the hell did you learn about that in Algebra 2?
It's literally about exponential growth.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about your ADHD going off in all sorts of directions.
No, my ADHD is pretty linear.
I learned about that in geometry when I was sat next to a giant window looking out over a field, and they expected me to pay attention to the blackboard instead of trying to figure out how to make a role-playing game of zombies coming over that field. Anyway.
Originally, our topic was about kakistocracy, but we lost that a long time ago.
Well,
we're getting back to it.
I think it was a good example of I'm not corrupt.
You think everything's an example of like anything?
Yeah.
I don't think kakistocracy needs to have the person corrupt. I think that the person in charge is corrupt, so they put enough people in charge of factions of the government or a company or whatever, and that causes it to dismantle.
Well, we don't even do that good because you guys are competent. You put me in charge.
Okay.
So I think it's more correct to say we didn't challenge your in chargeness. We were willing to accept you as the Grand Queso.
The big cheese?
Uh-huh.
Hey, I can spell Spanish. Hey, a point.
You spell Spanish?
I could say.
I just
Do you
want to know
spell
how
Spanish?
Okay. I just want to know how we use it for good instead of evil. Isn't there a way to like turn this around and cause chaos to the people causing chaos?
I think only if we burn it all down in the process.
I'm not against that at this point. I know Richard is, but I'm not.
Well, I mean,
I'm coming around to it. I don't mind. After seeing the youth of America and not knowing prepositions, I'm pretty okay. Let's just burn the whole thing to the ground.
I'm not sure we need to burn the whole thing to the ground, but
I hate the government.
I think I don't think there's any way to stop it from being burned to the ground at this point. I think it's too late. I think we passed the point of no return.
Wow.
That's how I feel, Richard. Exactly how I felt like 2 weeks ago or whatever, whenever I said it.
Place on the world stage is definitely a big rotten piece of stage, and we're going to fall through and not having a good way to get out of it.
Did you see the new rant about the Canadian bridge that they've just spent the last couple decades building today?
Yeah. I heard bits and pieces of story about that.
I did not, because I had to work, unlike some people.
They were building
I was walking all across
decades
campus
to build
today
a bridge
for no reason,
in a day.
No, there's a bridge.
That's literally what you said, buddy.
No, that's not what he
10
said.
years.
Decades.
Decades.
Hold on.
Decades in a day. That's what you said.
A decade?
No,
you said decades in a day.
Today they talked about it.
Today they talked about
Today they talked about it.
What did they say? A wise one.
Well, if it's in Canada,
Trump has decided
it's
he's
French.
going to try to stop them from opening the bridge for reasons.
Why?
He wants to use it as a bargaining chip in talks with Canada on trade. He thinks
with China.
He's been going on about he's upset that Canada is working on a trade deal with China. And so his verbal diarrhea comes out and says China's going to stop them from playing hockey.
Yeah, that was my favorite line in that entire tweet or whatever the hell it is.
But
truth.
When you sort through some of the absolute nonsense, the other nonsense is that he thinks if he stops this bridge from opening, that's going to make Canada scared enough or compliant enough or something or other to A, abandon their deal with China, and B, kowtow to America. And
why? Why would anyone care? I mean, I kind of feel like Canada doesn't want a bridge open to us, because why would you?
I mean, this is like the dumbest briar patch threat ever.
Mm-hmm.
If I was Mark Carney, I'd say, okay, sure, whatever.
If I was Mark Carney, I would have quit talking to us a long time ago. Yeah, kid.
I don't think like the majority of like other countries would want to be associated with
us?
the US right now.
Oh,
yeah.
There's no profit.
No, because like literally at the Winter Olympics, didn't they boo America?
No, I think they
not
booed
America,
Vance.
the USA.
They booed Vance.
Well, yeah, there was a lot of jokes going on. I saw a bunch of clips. That was good. Yeah. I was only really there for the hockey, so
I think the real thing is the fact that it's and this is what's going to damage us and why we're not going to be able to recover from it for decades and everything, is it's not just Trump. It's all of the people he has working for him, which means that it's all of us being presented as just absolute liars to the people of the world. We put these people in charge that lie constantly, so now they have to think that all of us lie.
And then on top of that, the quote that I remember hearing, and I don't know if it was ever attributed to an actual world leader or not, but they said we can't do business based on what 2,000 people in Wisconsin are going to do. The fact that we keep going back and forth between sanity and
Insanity.
grift. Yeah,
Yeah.
insane
Wait, there's
grift.
back and forth. Here it just seems like it's all insane.
Bush to Obama to Trump to Biden to Trump. There's no stability.
So Obama wasn't too unstable, but Trump was definitely very unstable.
Yeah.
And everybody was happy when we kicked him out that time. But then we let him back in again, and now everybody's like, okay, we can't trust that America has any notion of what they're doing. So we should find other things that we can do that's more stable until America figures
there's a
something
silver
out.
lining. Wait. There's a silver lining. We are making the world economy a more stable place without us.
Now, this started with Truman. It's just that Trump just took the filters off of everything. I mean, even Nixon knew when to call it quits and cut and run. But we don't have, our reputation's trash now as a country. Not as Trump, not as his cabinet. The whole country's reputation is trashed. And
because
our media,
as a country, we couldn't bother to stand up and vote against the doofus that we knew because the black lady had a funny laugh or whatever people's ideas were.
And all the news media and all of the mainstream news in America, even CNN, and what's going on with CBS, which is turning into Fox 2 and everything, makes us look like a complete joke in terms of, the truth. Yes, kid.
Unprincipled.
A point bouncing off of what Richard just said. Whenever okay, so I was talking with this person about how because this is like pre-election, like during when Kamala and Trump were both running against each other. And this person said, like, I wouldn't vote for Kamala at all because I don't trust her. And whenever I asked why, they were like, well, she didn't do anything whenever, Biden was in office, and like all of this stuff about how like all of that. But then like it got to this point where like it really just stemmed, and the main reason why people didn't vote for her is because of the blatant racism and sexism in our area.
No.
Yeah, I know it really shocks you.
God,
but it's and like they don't even realize it. The people that I talked to were people like me, but they didn't even realize it.
You're racist and sexist? Well, you said they were like you. I'm just trying to follow up.
No, they were like in the LGBTQ community and very against fascism and very against this stuff. And then they were like, no, I'd vote for Trump because they don't trust a Black woman to do things. Because, and it stems from like,
okay. So
that
all of these people are idiots that you hang around and you talk to.
Apparently. I mean, I choose my friends like very carefully, and this is someone that I wasn't really friends with, and I was just acquaintances with, and I just wanted to know what their reasoning was, and they were not old enough to vote.
Thank God.
And it shows like the thought process of like us as youth as well, because we're still thinking these things because it's what our parents think, and it's like
I have the unique ability to find out what people think because of my job, and I don't claim to know what every conservative person in the country knows, but I think I have a little bit of insight because, well, heck, they trust me and tell me what they think. And a lot of what I hear has to do with fear, and fear about what's happening to our kids, and fear about what people are being exposed to and fear about things they can't control. And a lot about not voting for Kamala had to do with upsetness because the game was changed and not following the rules. And so if we weren't going to follow the rules, then how could they trust her being in charge? And there's a lot of fear, and the way they handle being afraid is constraint. And that's, this whole conservative idea is if we tighten everything down, then the kids won't be exposed to that horrible trans stuff. And if we tighten things down, then those horrible Mexicans aren't going to come over and rape and pillage
Take our
or something.
gardening jobs.
Yeah, that too. And as human beings, they're most of the time very middle ground, normal humans. It's just, I think we believe in the basic goodness of people, that people are inherently good, and they believe that people are inherently bad, and we have to protect our families and our loved ones from the bad.
I believe exactly like them. I believe people are inherently bad and that we need to protect ourselves from these freaking idiots who are running around doing this stuff.
I believe that nobody's inherently good or bad. There's a lot that goes into things. Like bad people can do good things and good people can do bad things. It's all a point of perspective. And like people can do bad or good things, and a lot of the time it's just which one do they do more of. But I don't think that like it's good to say, oh, it's inherently bad or it's inherently good, or like that's all it is. It's black and white, because it's never black and white.
At least Richard has to be on my side on this. Like, people are inherently good, right?
Well, let's see.
No, wait.
Richard, wrapping up. Well, we're almost wrapping up because we're hitting the thing. So Richard,
I don't think people are inherently
word.
good. I think they try to be good as best they understand what good means.
Yeah, that's like...
It's a good thing I'm in charge of this group. Otherwise, we'd just be walked over because you guys are all freaking naive. That's all I gotta say.
I am not naive.
Okay, look. My viewpoint does not mean that I don't hate like the majority of people, okay? Don't worry.
Okay.
I still hate like everyone that I haven't met.
What frustrates me is that people aren't smart enough to see fascism when it sticks its head in the door and says, "Hi, my name is fascism."
Yeah, me too. But I think the people who are fascist and are doing things that, are in that line think that they are doing the right thing. And that's the scary part.
I'm afraid you're right.
That makes me more depressed.
Power corrupts.
Yeah.
They don't even realize it.
But they don't even have any real power. That's the sad part about it, especially these people out there on the streets pretending they're police and cops and everything. The simple fact is, what happened in Nazi Germany with those people was once the people got in power and they got it established how they wanted to, they went to those people and got rid of all of those people. They're the first ones to be removed.
Apparently, according to the USA Holocaust Museum, we're not supposed to compare this to Nazi Germany.
No, it's
we're not supposed to compare it at all. It's wrong of us.
Okay,
well, it takes a little bit to learn from our past without comparing it, but
well, let's go back and talk about the Kurds then. We can talk about that. Except they use mustard gas on them in Iraq.
Ooh. Cheese curds with mustard.
On that note, I think we're going to wrap it up for tonight. Cheese curds and mustards and all. So everybody get their last word in for the day. Let's start with Dr. Jess. Got any last things to say about idiots in charge of this stream or in the government?
I still think there has to be a way to use this against them. I mean, I think we should all go register as Republicans and vote into power the stupidest of them so that we can just topple it all.
They already did that. I don't think they could have
That's
voted
true.
anybody. But I do think we should all register as Republicans. That will keep us out of the camps when they start establishing those. Mr.
Well, it does give you the
Step
opportunity
Pope Richard.
to push the party back in the other direction. The Republican Party didn't get to be this way overnight. People started not bothering to vote or whatever, and left the decisions up to people who are okay with voting for evil. And little by little, the party kept going that way, or that way. And now we need to start pushing it that way again to at least kind of get it closer to the middle. And that's not going to happen overnight, but it is going to happen when people vote for the lesser evil in the Republican primary instead of the greater evil.
Kid, what's you're wrapping up the whole show.
Unrelated to that all, about like 10 minutes ago, I punched my table and you can see the pain on my face at some point in this stream.
Oh,
I make a horrendous face.
Oh, people will have to go back and watch the whole thing so they can catch that. Way to get our viewership hours up.
Yeah, they might need to watch it 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, definitely.
6 or 7 times.
If anybody can tell us the exact moment that happened and post it in the comment section, you might win something.
Yeah, it really hurt.
You might not win something too, but you might, but you won't know unless you post it in the
comments. You can't win if you don't play.
Exactly. All right, everybody. This is the Cult of Brighter Days. This is the good word and everything. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Say good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Very, very good, I think. Bye, people.